transverse the globe. And take a look at that. Welcome back, everybody. I've cooked a lot of steak and I've cooked a lot of shrimp. Why don't we just put them together? Surf and turf on the Blackstone Griddle.
Let's give it a try.
A lot of components, but very easy, so let's get started. Garlic. I'm gonna smash my garlic, peel it. This is 3 very, very large cloves of garlic. Mince that up really small. I have some butter melting on my griddle in the little Blackstone sauce pot. Go ahead and put all of that garlic into the butter. Shrimp up next. You've seen me use this over the years. It's the Argentine red shrimp from Argentina. I love it. Years ago we bought it. It said it had a buttery, lobster-esque flavor, and we love it, love it, love it. Bought it at other stores, Kroger's, etc. Don't like it as much. So Sam's Club or Costco seems to have the best. These are extra large, 16 to 30 shrimp per pound. I have some thawed out. A pro tip for you. If you have a skewer and you want to have a smaller skewer, you don't necessarily have to knock your socks off shopping everywhere. You can take a little pair of cutters and simply snip the skewer to the precise size that you want. I'm gonna try to do 3 per skewer, maybe a little letter C, something like that. Maybe 3 per skewer. I'm gonna do 2 meals today, 2 portions. We'll do this kind of like a couples, you know, like a special holiday treat for my wife and I. These extra large Argentine red shrimp, they have that pinkish peach color when they're raw, which of course flies in the face of your typical shrimp, which has that ugly gray color. You know, a lot of people don't like shrimp because they look at that ugly gray color of raw shrimp and they're like disgusting, but of course you cook them, they turn pink. They look like that when they're raw, then of course when they're cooked they look even better. Approximately 6.5 ounce fillets, beef fillets, filet mignon, also from Sam's Club. It was a one-stop shop for me when I went in there yesterday, and a great price if you're doing this on your own. These are about 6.5 ounces, and I think all 4 of these, natural grass-fed, around $36 for 4 of them. About $9 for a 6-ounce grass-fed filet. This is 2026. Try getting that at a restaurant. Blackstone Blackened steak seasoning. Gonna put some on the fillets, put a little bit on the edges. Let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A little blackened steak on my shrimp as well, and do the second side. Last but not least, again at Sam's Club, put these in an ice fishing video about a year ago. They are absolutely amazing. Sweet baby rainbow carrots. Check these things out. They're peeled and they're of the heirloom variety, if you will. Look at that. Blackstone Bronco 28XL. Love to pre-oil my griddle top. Always have a thin coating of oil, a thin layer of oil on there, and that's what helps to maintain that seasoning, fills in all those little scratches you might get from your spatula, and just keeps your griddle looking beautiful. This thing burns really hot, so I'm somewhere down in the low to medium low range, down with those beautiful carrots. Butter is melted, that garlic flavor is getting infused. I'm gonna pull that off the griddle for now. Grab my water, a little bit of water on the carrots, and we'll close that hood. We'll allow it to steam for about a minute, and I might do that 2 or 3 times. I wanna get those carrots cooking. I wanna see them start to soften up before we move on to steak and shrimp. Carrots are ever so slightly starting to cook. One more hit of the water, close the hood again. There's not a set amount of times that you need to put water on and close the hood or use a basting dome when you're cooking carrots or potatoes. You just want to soften them up and get them cooking. Then we can concentrate on seasoning and a little bit of oil, crisping up the outsides and making them look perfect. Let's check out the carrots. You can see already they're just starting to soften up. It's been maybe 3 to 4 minutes in total. And we'll do water a third time. Close the hood. We'll do it 3 times today. Third time's a charm. Here we go. It's probably been 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes max. Things are looking good. A little bit of avocado down on the carrots. Gonna crank the left side up to high. Put my butter back in the holder. Beef tallow. Shout out to my longtime subscriber. He sells this on Amazon. You can pick that up on Amazon. Beef tallow, the perfect thing to sear my fillets with. Pick up my seasoned fillets straight down in that beef tallow. Make sure the other side has plenty of that seasoning as well. Oh yeah, see that? That's some serious cooking action right there. We're looking good. Those things are looking really nice. I do not want, look at that. I do not want these to burn, so we're gonna come down here and make sure that burner is all the way down low. There's still 1 plate of steel, so tons of heat over here. We're just not getting direct heat on the carrots. It's been a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go in and flip the fillets. These are pretty thick, probably about 1 inch thick. Man, check it out. That blackened steak seasoning doing the trick. Checking those carrots, and they're absolutely perfect. I mean, look at these ones right here. I think those 4 there, these are my show carrots. I'm gonna set the butter over here on this side just to stay warm. Maybe it won't boil as quickly. Go ahead and grab my shrimp. Gonna put this down over here in my residual beef tallow. Carrots are looking exceptional. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn that burner off altogether. When you have a Blackstone that has more than 1 burner, Blackstone has griddles that have 1 burner, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But when you have more than 1 burner, there's more flexibility. So you can have 1 or 2 burners on, 1 or 2 burners off. Take these steaks, turn them on end. Since they're so thick and we can do that, we can get the edge seared up as well. It's been a few minutes on the shrimp. Check it out. Again, the blackened steak seasoning, high heat, beef tallow. It does the trick. I'm gonna grab my steaks and pull them off the griddle top. Check it out. New Blackstone magnetic thermometer. Really cool. It has that automatic on when you open it. Let's do a first internal temperature reading on these. Rare is about 130 to 135. And we are in the mid to high 20s. I like mine to be at the higher end of medium rare or anywhere in the low to middle of medium range, maybe up to 145, 146 or so. Blackstone Parmesan Ranch. By the way, you haven't seen me use this in years, and some of the Blackstone seasonings got a redesigned, updated label this year. Walmart, Garden Center, Walmart.com. I think this will be the perfect finishing touch on those carrots. Parmesan Ranch. Shrimp, a few minutes on each side. We're gonna go ahead, pull these. Watch your fingers, everybody. That's a very, very hot griddle top. Rotate my carrots 1 more time. 1 last hit of the Parmesan Ranch to assure that every bite has Parmesan Ranch. Over to my staging area. They're close. I don't want to overdo them. Vintage Blackstone cast iron serving platters. Put these down on the griddle top, get them nice and warm. Let's plate these up. Let's go with 2 little skewers of shrimp on each platter because we are going to indulge one of those beautiful fillets on each platter. And a couple of these beautiful carrots on each platter. Fresh basil in the kitchen, which we we hardly ever have fresh basil, but we got one of those really cool jar sealers now. We can keep herbs and vegetables longer. Get a bunch of this together. I was trying to think of how I could spruce those carrots up a little bit. I think fresh basil, gonna set those things off. A little bit of fresh basil on and around the carrots. Beautiful, beautiful garlic butter. Put a little bit of that down on the filet and a little bit of that across the shrimp. Grab my little pot holder. Shout out to Steven Schmidt from the Griddle crew. His mother made these really nice pot holders a few years ago. Look at that, down onto the trivet. And take a look at that. Oh my goodness. I keep looking at that butter glistening and it looks perfect. Star of the show, we have to go in for the filet. Let's check this thing out. That's actually the way we like it in our family. That's probably right around 140 degrees. Look at that. A little bit of pink, probably the lower end of medium. Let's give it a try. A bite to my wife behind the camera. You could go totally rare if you want. We like it just the bottom end of medium. Exceptional, exceptional. Shrimp skewers, be careful if you're gonna go in like this. You could hurt yourself. You might want to pull them off, but hey, I'm a daredevil. Grab a carrot. If you're trying to be romantic, you might want to use a fork, but we're on the back porch. This is how we do it. I need to get one more bite. We have a lot of food to eat, so we'll cut to the end right there. I sure do appreciate you watching. Please leave a comment down below, a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that bell notifications icon. Then you'll know every time we upload a new video here on the Blackstone Network. Speaking of the Blackstone Network, lots of shows, so check out my friends on their shows. And we're definitely gonna get this recipe for surf and turf with carrots, with heirloom carrots, up at blackstoneproducts.com. Until next time, this is Todd. I'm saying praise the Lord. What? Let's clean the griddle. Keep it on high heat, high to medium heat when you're cleaning your griddle. I recommend a scraper like this. Get in there, gently skim all that junk, all the food and oil residue off the top of your griddle. Get that out of the way if we want to. You can see everything getting skimmed off. We're not digging, scratching down. We're not ruining the surface of the griddle. We've worked really hard to have a beautiful seasoned griddle top. So we're basically shaving it off the top, if you will. When I say scraping, it's not aggressive. This isn't a pumice stone on a grill top back in the day. Grab some paper towels. I'm using my bare hands. Be careful. You do not want to burn yourself. It's a really hot griddle top. A little bit of cooking oil. Today we had the avocado oil out here. Again, a very thin layer that we're gonna let smoke off over maybe 20 seconds to 1 minute, not long at all. You can use heat-resistant gloves or tongs because it is hot. So there you go. The griddle is cleaned. It's ready to pack away, or it's ready for my next recipe. Thanks for watching. Praise the Lord and pass the surf and turf.